So something I've always noticed while like listening to other people, what their ideas are, what their goals are, is that many young men and women have a ton of goals. They're really ambitious, but they don't really know what to do with it. They just like daydreaming about having nice cars, like big house, whatnot. So I made this video to help you guys understand how to reach a goal, how to set your goals, and how to stay focused on your goals. Kind of like an all-in-one video about goals. Plenty of people solve this by choosing something that they want. Let's say a nice car. It's gonna be like the running example throughout this video, a nice car. So by doing this though, you're reducing yourself to an object of desire. And this undermines yourself, like your true purpose. Like, do you really think you're put on this earth to get a friggin' Lambo? You think your creator was like, all right, let's make this person, let's put him on this earth, and his only goal is to get a friggin' Lambo. You see what I'm getting at here? So the right way to do this is to focus on what you want, right? What you want, but what it represents. So for example, for that car, it might represent financial freedom, or if you're younger, which what I've seen in a lot of people that are younger, they want a car for freedom, right? It represents like, oh, you can get in that car, go wherever you want. You could go to your friend's house, like no freedom. Yeah, kind of like a new world to becoming an adult. So you gotta find what it means, what you want, and what that means. You gotta find what it means, and then you focus on how to get this, right? So financial freedom requires money, obviously, and to get money, you might want to get hired by someone, right? Start working. So what would you want to do? Well, you'd want to start developing a skill set that makes you a good candidate for someone at a company working, and they're saying, "Oh, this guy's gonna be a good candidate to work for us." So, uh, even it doesn't really matter what age you are at this point, because like let's say you want a nice car, you want financial freedom, and it doesn't really matter because you can always gain more. You could always develop more skills, and also maybe you want to make your own business. Maybe you don't want to get hired. That too works. Now, what I found with this is that talking with knowledgeable people, like obviously it seems pretty obvious, right? Oh, just talk to people who know. But honestly, there's so many people out there that know more than you, right? Maybe the people in your class, they know like the same amount as you, but there's so many people out there that know more than you. Even as much as like one random example that I have is when I go to the tennis courts, right? There's plenty of like older people there that are playing, and sometimes I ask them to play with them, and I get to know them a little. Like one guy who I was talking to earlier, he was a pretty older man. He'd come from Poland, moved here in like the year 2000 or something, and like their backstories are super interesting because you get to learn so much. And I always ask them one thing, that do you like regret anything that you've done? And what I found is like older people, like if they have like gray hair and whatnot, they're much older. Their answer is usually no. They don't regret anything. But with like more middle-aged people, like people who still like are quite healthy, have more to gain, their answer is usually like yes. They probably like do regret something, and that to me is the indicator of if you fulfilled your purpose or not. Obviously, yeah, it could be like attributed to some character or whatnot. But if I've seen like that correlation with age, and this obviously correlation doesn't mean causation. Everyone knows that, but I've seen it a pretty strong indicator, and it represents a fulfillment of purpose. So another step to this is to literally surround yourself with the goal. I've seen this quite literally. Like behind the camera, you can really see this. Like my entire wall, there's papers all around. You can see some back there too. There's all around the wall. They're my goals. I write them down. Like let's say, my current goal is to get to 150 pounds when I'm cutting. Let's say that, and I have that stuck on there. I believe, yeah, it's over there. I have like his whiteboard too, so I'm not wasting a lot of paper. So I write stuff down there. It's a pretty good purchase. If you want if you want to get one. That's off topic. But uh you must also have a way to attack this goal every single day of your life. Now if you're like really serious about this, let's say you want to get fit. Obviously someone who wants to get fit is not gonna say, oh, whenever I feel like I'm gonna go to the gym, I'll get stronger. No, you want to do that every day, right? So this applies to everything. For example, you can't obviously meet new people like every single day. Like you can't really do that. It can get tiring after a bit. Let's say, like you come back from work, you're like, oh, time to go out for socializing. That probably won't work, right? So it's usually a mindset shift too. You can do this with your mindset. Just open your mindset up to ideas, like new possibilities, and have a growth mindset. You probably heard this before. Growth mindset. Always have it focused on growth, betterment of yourself. And you want to throw yourself out there, learn as much as possible. Remember that video I made like a little while back? Make yourself the fool, right? Because everyone has so much to learn, and you just go out there, learn as much as you can, and this will help you grow, right? And get closer to your goal every single day. Now, this will allow you to not only like absolutely obliterate your goals, but also remain focused and efficient in doing so. Like when you get further in life, devoting yourself to growing and like achieving your goals, you're gonna likely find your purpose, which is the greatest thing a man can do. And your purpose comes with this. I say this because think about it. If you're committed to growing yourself every single day, you have that growth mindset. Your idea is not to I need to get this car. Your idea is instead to I need to achieve financial freedom for myself and my family. That'll probably be a lot better for yourself in the future, right? And then it's like the domino effect, I guess you could say. It opens yourself up to more possibilities, and there you go. You found your purpose. And now to recap, so here are the four steps. First, it's find what you want and find out what that represents. Number two, focus on how to get this. Remember, we had that car, and we had the financial freedom. We gotta better yourself, unlock more skill sets to make yourself a better like hire or better worker, right? Three, surround yourself with the goal. You cannot escape the goal. Like put it wherever you want. Like literally, the craziest part of this would be to go in your kitchen every single time you open get a dish, it's stuck on the cabinet. You need to get this goal, something like that. And number four, find out how to work on this goal every single day. So find out what it is, what it represents. Number two, focus on how to get this. Number three, surround yourself with that goal. Number four, work on this goal every single day. And with that, you will be able to stay focused on your goals every single day. You'll be able to obliterate them, get ahead of the competition. And I've seen this work out for a lot of people who I've showed like how to get this done. And they've gone super far. I myself have gotten pretty far. For example, with that cutting goal I put on my wall, I'm around like 5 pounds away from reaching my target. So this thing really works, and it's often a mindset shifts and just a little bit of writing your goals down. It's pretty simple. So I hope this helps you guys, especially now that winter's here. Whole thing about the winter arc. People want to stay focused, but if you want to get ahead of everyone else, then you got to do these things. Good luck, guys.